Hey everyone. So today we went out and we moved some cars around, and look who's here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Got my hand. There we go. Look who's here. Monte's in the cleaning station. So what does that mean? Well, for us that means that we are going to strip all of the plastisol, or whatever you want to call that crap that people put on cars. And this stuff right here, it scratches off, but we're going to be power washing it. Actually, I'm going to do a video about several different methods to remove this stuff. I think we've got a special chemical. I've heard WD-40, power washing. I think there's a couple other out there. If you know of something that takes this stuff off good, let me know, because this car, believe it or not, is white. It is a white Monte SS. So it is time to get it at it and get it changed. And that is highest on our list right now of getting this project car moving forward. And obviously it's on a trailer. Whoop, whoop. So that means the Firebird's off the trailer. So the Firebird's in the shop, but we don't have water in the shop. So I can't pressure wash it there. I got to pressure wash it here. So we're going to be getting on that in the next few days, and once we get everything that we want to try to see what makes this stuff come off the best. So like I said, we're going to do this little video, and this little video is going to be what works. So we're gonna give it a shot and see what we can get, to make this stuff come off fast. But there's a few things, and I haven't really done a walk around on this SS, but there's a few things it needs, like brakes. It has rotors on the front, no drums on the back. So we're putting a rear disc brake on it. It's got no engine, no trans. It needs a door. It needs a rear deck lid. And that's just what we know right now. We haven't stripped it. So I think it also needs a spot fixed on the floorboard on the passenger side. So, and it needs a new spoiler. So, these are a few things that we need to do. But, there's a lot of good stuff going in this car. And car is going to make somebody a really fun car to get started on, with that LS and the 4LE60 in it. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun driver, and someone can put some new suspension in it and make it, set it down. If I was going to keep it, I'd put a UMI or a QA1 suspension in it, and set it down on some tires and coilovers, and make it so it's a real fun car to drive. But we're building this as a starter car for somebody. So when we get done with this car, it will be a great car for somebody to take off and have some fun building it. And, a lot of the heavy lifting will be done, because it'll be a running driving, so if you want to cam it or whatever, it's not a big deal. It's going to have a new radiator in it. We got aluminum radiator with electric fans. So you pop that out and you come right out the front and put a new cam in it, and that'll be great. And so I'm thinking this is going to be a fun project. I think we're a little heavier right now than we wanted to be on budget wise, but it's the first one of these we've done. But we're going to continue to work on it and try to make it the best car for fun, that's safe, and a driver for somebody. So I'm looking forward to working on this car. I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to test some of our abilities, because we are going to be doing some stuff that we've never done an LS swap before. Got Classic Daily Jake there. He's given us some advice, and he's going to burn our ECU, and it's just going to be a pretty interesting thing. And we get it up, get it running. We're going to get it over there to Jake and let him tune it and get it so it's running really good. I think we still have headers to get and a few other items, for the engine. And we'll start getting that together so it can go in. But like I said, we're going to start pressure washing it, cleaning it up, find out what we really have to do on it, and then start putting the brakes on it, get the brakes fixed. We got new calipers for the front. It's got slotted rotors, drilled and slotted rotors already, but they're getting a little rusted up, so we're going to have to get those cleaned off and make sure everything else is working good. Make sure the front suspension, everything looks good. From what I can see, I haven't seen really any worn out parts. But so far, I've only looked at it once. So once we get it on the road and get it checked out a little bit, we'll know a little more. But we do have we need a seat for it. If you got a charcoal Monte Carlo SS seat, let us know. The other strange thing that I've really found that I did not realize, that there's a following for Monte Carlo SSs. Once we started looking in for parts, there's a lot of people who are parting these things out and hoarding the parts. And it's kind of weird because I didn't really think, because the Monte Carlo SS, when it came out in the 80s, they came out with a 305 dog motor, 180 horsepower, whatever, that was just garbage. And it was a small block Chevy. You could build it up, but they just were slow, and they were competing against, you got a Grand National that would just run circles around it, and then the Hurst Olds just had the looks, not really the speed, but they still weren't too slow, but not terrible. But these things were lead sleds, but they had styling. They had the NASCAR styling that everybody was interested in, and I liked the styling of them. I know I had a guy that worked for me one time that he had a brown one. It was like a chocolate brown. It was really kind of nice, but it was slow. It was not a performance car. And so if you wanted a performance car, you got the look-alike. This was the look-alike. So our goal is to make this not so much the look-alike, but more have some performance base and have some fun that somebody can build for a reasonable amount. Take it out and run it at the drag, see what it is, and build on it. Start out with a base, and I would like to do that before we sell it. I'd like to run out and see what the base is on it, and then maybe if somebody wants to buy this car from us, we'll do some work for them on it. We can put a cam and rocker arms and upgrade and a few other things on it, make it pretty fun for them if that's what they want. We can put a suspension on it for them if they want. I know UMI's got a really great suspension kit for like $2,900, and that would just change this car. It would literally change it. Put some lowering springs on it with some decent stabilizers on it. They would really make this car sweet. But for what we want to do for it, it's it's not in our budget. But if somebody wants it, we'll definitely do it for somebody if they want to do it, before they get the car, if they want to up the money. But we're trying to keep it reasonable cost for somebody to get into this car. And that's our whole plan, is to make it a starter build for somebody. So that's what we're doing on this car, and hopefully in the next couple days this will turn white. So stay tuned, and if you got any ideas on what you think would take this stuff off, put them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you before I make this video. So at any rate, have fun, and we'll see you soon. Woohoo!